Hello everyone, my name is Brooke Strickland. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Wilson, North Carolina. I have lived in North Carolina my entire life and I love it. I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. I love the beach and the mountains, and here in North Carolina I have the best of both worlds. I've been a student here at Liberty since 2010 and I'm pursuing my bachelor's degree in psychology. I hope to go on to grad school and one day have my own counseling practice. Our discussion board this week asked us to think of a life-changing event that's occurred in our life and to share it with our classmates and hope that everyone can get to know us a little better. So I took some time this week and I thought about all the different things that have happened to me in my life, and man, there have been so many life-changing events, but really one has stood out in my mind so much more than any of the others, and that was my experience of being called into ministry. I did not grow up in church. I did not grow up in a Christian home. It was actually quite the opposite. However, I did get saved when I was 16. I became a believer and really began to seek God. But I'm not here to talk about my salvation experience. But I must tell you that in order for you to understand why being called into ministry was such a life-changing event for me. I graduated high school and I went to North Carolina State University. I was a political science major with hopes of going to law school. I wanted to be a big shot prosecutor, make lots of money, and really have a strong reputation for just being this great attorney. And I was so concerned with my plan. I was definitely the planner in high school. I had a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, even like a 15-year plan. Everything was about what I wanted. However, God definitely had a different plan. After I graduated, I started working at a youth camp counseling students during the summer. And the summer after my freshman year of college, I went to counsel high school girls. And I absolutely loved it. We had a great week, but all week I felt something just stirring in my spirit, and I knew that God was trying to show me something and trying to tell me something about myself and not just about my campers. And honestly, I was quite scared because I knew it was something big. That Thursday night, the last night of camp, I remember standing in the altar service surrounded by all these teenagers who were so on fire for God and who were seeking Him with everything that they had. And the Lord absolutely just revealed to me that I was called to do youth ministry. And I wish that I could tell you in that moment that I was so excited and happy and ready to take on this calling and work for the Lord, but that's not exactly what happened. I was terrified. I didn't understand how God could choose someone like me to do His work, someone who wasn't raised in church. I didn't know what everyone else knew, and I felt kind of behind the mark and slow in the race compared to everyone else. But I'm so glad that God doesn't use us based on our qualifications, that in turn He qualifies those and He equips us for the work He has for us. And so I went back to North Carolina State, and I was continuing down my path and my plan, but I was miserable. I knew that God was leading me to leave and to go to Liberty and to do something different, but I was so scared to do that. And over the next couple of weeks and months, I really prayed for the Lord to help me, to know that to give me direction on what I should do. And finally, God just told me, He was teaching me a lesson to trust Him, to surrender my plan and my will and what I thought needed to happen, and to trust Him and His. And that's what I did. I withdrew from North Carolina State, and I went to Liberty. I took a lot of heat from my family and people around me. They didn't understand my decision, but I knew that I was following the path that God had for me. I moved to a different town. I left the church that I was at and moved to a church where I really could be mentored by a youth pastor and his wife, and I've been here 5 years and I love it. God has opened so many doors. I have met the man that's now going to be my husband through moving and surrendering to that call. And so really my life the past 6 years has just been such a journey of learning how to trust God and rely on His plan and not my own. And I hope that gives you all a little more insight into who I am. I pray that each of you have a successful semester, and I look forward to getting to know each one of you, and I hope that you've learned a little bit more about me. Thank you.